May 2003, Washington, D.C. A palpable tension hangs in the air. Camera flashes blind, and triumph shines in the eyes of scientists and politicians. President Clinton, standing alongside giants of global science, announces the completion of the most ambitious undertaking, the Human Genome Project. Words from the podium echo like celebratory volleys: the map of life, the blueprint, the dawn of a new era. Imagine that moment. Euphoria. A boundless belief that now, finally, we would unlock all of humanity's secrets, find cures for all diseases. But few, you see, truly understood then that with this incredible breakthrough, we didn't just open a door to the future. We cracked open Pandora's box to something far more personal and potentially far more dangerous. As we delve into these intriguing, sometimes frightening mysteries, please take a brief moment. If you're enjoying what we're discussing and want to learn more about the most incredible scandals and discoveries, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. It really helps us keep going. And one more thing, where are you watching us from? Which city and time zone are you joining us from? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now, back to a world where your most intimate code is a new, incredibly valuable target. So listen up. Can scientists steal your DNA? Say that out loud, and someone will surely scoff. What nonsense! That's science fiction. Some thriller about evil geniuses in lab coats secretly collecting test tubes of your cells? Or, that's just a horror movie plot where they create your genetic clone for sinister experiments. Exactly. Forget science fiction. Forget Hollywood. This isn't just a script dreamed up by sci-fi writers for an evening's entertainment. Your genetic information, your unique code that makes you, you. It really can be stolen. It can be used without your knowledge or consent. And it's already happening, right now. This reality, believe me, is knocking at your door. And it's not like a brutal robber with a crowbar. It's more like a shadow that slipped past. Elusive, yet deadly dangerous to your privacy. Your personal genetic passport, your most secret digital key to everything you are. It's now in the crosshairs, and not by chance. It has become the most coveted prize. Imagine Victorian London, 1891. Fog snakes through the grimy streets. Gaslights illuminate dim alleyways. In one of the courtrooms, an almost palpable tension hangs in the air. On the table before the judge lies an enlarged image, and a detective with triumph in his voice points to a barely discernible fingerprint. One small whorl, one unique ridge left at the crime scene, becomes irrefutable proof. This was the moment the world truly realized that everyone possesses a unique fingerprint. Something so personal and distinctive, it couldn't be faked. Something that screamed, "He did it." By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of genetic mysteries, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other equally captivating stories. And tell us, from which city and time zone are you watching our lectures? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now, back to our story. Because if a fingerprint is a unique identifier, then DNA is an entire library of your identity, and it's far, far more valuable than any gold. You know what's most amazing? In every single cell of your body, from the tip of your hair to your pinky toe, there's a complete instruction manual for assembling you. It's your personal supercode. Your genetic information isn't just a dull set of chemical formulas. No, it's the story of your ancestors, a guide to your talents, a warning about potential diseases, and some even believe the key to your temperament. Come on, you might say. Some molecule is more valuable than gold? And I'll tell you, gold is just a pretty metal. You can sell it, lose it, but it will never tell you anything about yourself, except that you own it. Your genetic fingerprint, however, is your most detailed passport, containing all your secrets. All of them, every single one. Imagine you hold not just a series of letters, but the complete novel of your life. From the color of your eyes, to your predisposition to diabetes, from how well you tolerate coffee, to your hidden talents in music. It's not just a molecule, it's literally the instruction manual for you, for your personal universe, with all its stars and black holes. And you know what's most frightening? There are those who very, very much want to study this guide. Not just study it, but perhaps use it. Because whoever holds information holds power, and whoever holds information about your body and your future holds power over you. Your DNA isn't just a string of letters. It's your personal super database and its contents. Well, they're truly priceless. Did you know that every touch you make isn't just a physical interaction, but a complete genetic confession? Imagine, autumn 1984, rainy Leicestershire, UK. In a small lab at the University of Leicester, Professor Alec Jeffreys, surrounded by flickering screens and crackling electrophoresis machines, makes a discovery that will forever change forensics and our understanding of privacy. He sees unique DNA fingerprints for the first time, like invisible barcodes belonging to only one person. The air is thick with the smell of reagents and ozone, and in the scientist's mind, a thought likely echoes. So, this is it. Each of us leaves behind invisible beacons, genetic autographs that can be read. This was the moment we realized. Your genetic code isn't just something hidden deep inside you. It's everywhere. If you're already intrigued by where this trail leads, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. It really helps us continue our research and share the most incredible stories from the world of science with you. By the way, we're very curious. Which city and time zone are you watching our lectures from? Write in the comments, we'd love to know. And while you're writing, let's get back to our invisible trail. Listen, we live in a world where, seemingly, you control what you share about yourself and with whom. But what if I told you that you are constantly, silently, leaving behind breadcrumbs of your genetic information? On the coffee cup you just drank from, on the doorknob you touched, on a bus or taxi seat, a tiny hair, unnoticed, yet carrying an entire library of data about you. Even when you simply sneeze or cough, tiny droplets of saliva scatter, carrying your unique genetic passport. Come on, you'll say, who needs that? And I'll reply, oh, so many people. Imagine your home isn't just four walls, but an entire landscape scattered with your genetic traces. Your pillow, toothbrush, clothes you sent to the dry cleaner, even the dust under your couch. All these are tiny information capsules. Every such cell, every hair, is like a fingerprint, only far, far more detailed. It encodes not only your sex and eye color, but also predispositions to diseases, ethnic origin, even certain personality traits. This isn't science fiction, it's routine. Forensic scientists collect such traces at crime scenes, doctors, for analyses. But what if your genetic trace is picked up not by a police officer or a doctor? What if it's a quiet hunter looking for something else? Say, a company that wants to know about your potential genetic health risks, or a competitor eager to uncover your weaknesses, maybe even a scientist who sees your DNA as ideal material for their research. but doesn't want to bother with getting consent. The skeptic in me would say, so what? They're just dead cells. But did you know that even a single viable cell or enough DNA from dead cells can be used for a multitude of purposes? From creating a genetic profile to, in theory, even growing cells for research. It's like leaving your personal diary on public transport. Only this diary isn't written in words, it's encoded in your biology. You think you control your information online? Think again. Your genetic code is far more personal and permanent information than any social media post. And it's everywhere. Sometimes it becomes public domain, completely unnoticed. How? A finger on a glass, a coffee cup at a cafe. Even when you shake someone's hand, thousands of skin cells can transfer to another person. You left yourself there. And honestly, in today's world, where technology has leapt far ahead and ethics and laws are still catching up, such a left-behind trace could cost you dearly. Imagine, Baltimore, 1951. The air in the colored ward of Johns Hopkins Hospital back then was heavy, thick with the smell of antiseptics and hopelessness. She was 31 years old. Her name was Henrietta Lacks. A young, vibrant African-American woman, mother of 5, she came to the doctors complaining of unbearable pain and bleeding. The diagnosis was grim: aggressive cervical cancer. During a biopsy, a standard procedure at the time, medics took tiny samples of her tissue. One for analysis, the other. The other forever changed science, but also forever tainted ethics. Nobody asked for her consent. While we unravel these shadows of the past, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow and find new stories for you. By the way, from which city and time zone are you watching our lectures? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now, back to our story. A story that forever changed the understanding of bioethics and showed how easily a line can be crossed when ethics take a holiday. You know what's most chilling? These cells, they turned out to be immortal. They didn't die like all others. They continued to divide and grow in test tubes, like some fantastical substance from a horror movie. This was unheard of. Until then, no human cell culture could survive outside the body for more than a few days. But Henrietta's cells, named HeLa, grew like wildfire. It was a veritable goldmine for scientists, an unexpected gift, a limitless resource for research. They became the building blocks for the polio vaccine. They helped understand how cancer cells develop, how viruses infect the body, even what the effects of radiation exposure look like. HeLa cells traveled to space. They were used in thousands of studies worldwide. And Henrietta, she died a few months after those cells were taken from her, in poverty. Her family had no idea that a part of their mother continued to live and thrive in every lab across the globe. They didn't even know her name was immortalized in the name of these cells. What does it matter, skeptics might say? She died, and her cells saved millions of lives. And this is where we hit the biggest problem: an ethical chasm the size of the Grand Canyon. We, modern people, are used to our body being our fortress, and every hair, every cell belongs to us. It's as if someone took a piece of your land, built a profitable factory on it, and you only found out about it 20 years later, purely by chance, without asking, without permission, and without a single cent of compensation. Isn't that theft? Isn't that an impertinent invasion of privacy, even if it's an invasion into the world of the deceased? The story of Henrietta Lacks isn't just a page in a biology textbook. It's a loud alarm bell that woke humanity and forced us to ponder. Where is that invisible line between scientific breakthrough and the violation of human rights? Who had the right to dispose of someone else's biological material, even if it benefited the whole world? And if it happened back then, in the 50s, when ethics were whispered about, what's happening now, in the 21st century, when our DNA isn't just a collection of cells, but an entire book of our personal history? This isn't just a story. It's a precedent, a lesson we're still trying to learn, and as it turns out, it was just the beginning. Imagine Vienna, 1900. Young Karl Landsteiner, an Austrian physician, had just made a discovery that would save millions of lives, but also unwittingly opened Pandora's box. He discovered blood groups A, B, AB, and O. Suddenly, human blood, this life-giving red river, was no longer just an identical fluid. It became a unique code that could be classified, and therefore, valued. This was the first hint that your biology isn't just you, it's a resource. And now, 224 years later, your genetic code isn't just a resource anymore. It's gold, platinum, all the world's diamonds, collected in one tiny, invisible thread. By the way, if you're enjoying what we're talking about and want to delve even deeper into these mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us create more content like this. And please tell us, which city and time zone are you watching our lectures from? Write in the comments, we'd love to know our global audience. Now back to our gold mine, to your DNA. You know who's hunting your genetic code today with the same fervor gold prospectors chase nuggets? It's not just abstract scientists. These are big business sharks whose appetites are growing faster than real estate prices in the capital. Pharmaceutical giants. Imagine they see your DNA as a roadmap to new medicines. Medicines that are perfect for you, or for that specific group of people who share your genetic marker. This is personalized medicine, baby. And it's not just about saving lives. It's billions in profit. They're willing to pay. Or more often, offer you free genetic testing. Think about what you're really paying for when something is offered for free. Insurance companies. Now this is genuinely chilling. Your DNA for them is a crystal ball showing the future. Are you predisposed to diabetes or a stroke? Ah, thanks for the info. Your insurance? Well, you understand. The risks are higher. It's like trying to insure your car, but the insurance company already knows you'll crash in 6 months. What do you think will happen to your premium? Exactly, it'll skyrocket, or they'll just deny you outright. Government entities. Oh, the scope for imagination here is even wider. From fighting crime, yes, that's certainly a good cause, to what? Control? Imagine, a skeptic might say, the government just wants to catch criminals. Yes, that's true. But where's the line? Tomorrow, they'll know not only that you're prone to certain diseases, but perhaps even to certain behavioral reactions. This already sounds like a dystopia, where your genetic passport determines your destiny. My DNA? Who needs it? You'll say. Listen, your DNA isn't just a string of letters. It's your unique instruction manual, the manual for assembling you, with all your strengths, weaknesses, talents, and predispositions. And for that manual, they're willing to pay. A lot. They're not just hunting, they're collecting it piece by piece. From clinics, from research centers, from commercial genetic tests. Without even realizing it, we become donors for this huge, insatiable industry. So what are they willing to pay for it? Often, the promise of health, a discount on a test, or an ephemeral contribution to science. And what can they make you pay? Lost privacy, discrimination, and potentially a future you didn't choose. This isn't a game of toy soldiers where you lose and forget. This is an adult game where your life is at stake, your future, your identity. Imagine the early 20th century, New York City, the roaring 20s. The streets hum with a new invention. Automobiles carrying ladies in hats and gentlemen in bowler hats off to their errands. And in an office smelling of cigars and fresh printer's ink sits Edward Bernays, the father of PR, Freud's own nephew. He didn't steal a single hair, not a drop of saliva. But he understood something far deeper: how to get inside the heads of millions of people, to make them buy products they might not even have wanted. He convinced women to smoke in public, calling cigarettes torches of freedom. He made Americans eat bacon and eggs for breakfast, declaring it part of the ideal American breakfast. He didn't know their genetic code, but he knew their psychological one. He saw them not just as individuals, but as predictable algorithms of desires and needs. This was the first step towards knowing more about you than you know about yourself. If you're already intrigued by how this story unfolds, and you want to delve into the most captivating mysteries of genetics and technology, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support is very important to us. By the way, from which city and time zone are you watching our lectures? Write in the comments, we'd love to know. And meanwhile, let's return to our invisible hunter. You know, in the last century, it was relatively harmless, so they convinced you to buy more toothpaste or eat another sausage. Big deal. Today's level of knowing about you isn't just about toothpaste. It's about your whole life, who you'll become, what diseases you'll get, and even how much time you have left. And it's all thanks to your DNA, your genetic code, your personal manuscript. You'll say, "Come on, I'm not some president or movie star. Who needs my DNA?" And I'll tell you, you are the ideal consumer. You are the ideal insurance risk. You are a treasure trove of information. Imagine you are a complex machine, assembled from billions of tiny parts. Your DNA is the blueprint for this machine, with detailed instructions, where the weak spots might be, which parts wear out faster, what kind of fuel suits you best. Corporations want these blueprints, and they're already getting them. Pharmaceutical giants, they want to know your predisposition to various diseases so they can timely offer you their new expensive medicine. Oh, you have gene X, meaning in 20 years, you'll most likely develop this condition. Buy our super drug. We've already patented it. The skeptic in you will probably say, "That's great, prevention." And yes, it could be great, if everything were honest. But more often than not, it's just an invaluable source for targeted marketing. They don't just know what you ate last summer, they know what you'll be eating next summer and what problems that might cause. Insurance companies? Oh, for them, your DNA is like a crystal ball predicting the future. They'll see in your code not just you, but dozens of potential risks. A high probability of heart disease, a tendency towards diabetes, a risk of developing certain forms of cancer. And what will they do? They'll raise your insurance premiums, deny your policy application, simply won't offer you favorable terms because you're too risky. "But they can't just get my DNA," you'll exclaim. Oh, yes, they can. You give it to them yourself when you take a DNA ancestry test. Or, for example, participate in some voluntary scientific study, signing a fine print consent for the use of your data. Even if you just sent a sample to a company like 23andMe to find out where your great-grandmother came from, you've handed them the key to your personal universe. And with this key, they can unlock hundreds of doors. Doors to your health. Doors to your habits. Doors to your potential future. Imagine you go to the store and on the shelves are products specifically designed for people with your metabolism. Or advertising banners on websites that offer exactly the supplements that compensate for genetic shortcomings you weren't even aware of. This isn't care. It's control. It's information that becomes a weapon in the hands of those who want to profit from you. Your genes can tell everything about you, from hidden talents to future diseases, even to predispositions for certain tastes or sports. And there are those who are already listening intently. These corporations don't just know you better than you know yourself. They're shaping your future based on your genetic past. They haven't stolen your wallet. They've stolen your potential opportunities. This knowledge is the new power, and those who possess your DNA wield that power over you. Scary? You bet. And this is just the beginning. 1996, Roslin Institute in Scotland. The world holds its breath, watching a television screen where a cute sheep named Dolly smiles, chewing on grass. What's so special about that, you might ask? Just an ordinary sheep. But this sheep isn't just an ordinary sheep. It's the first cloned animal created from an adult somatic cell, and immediately whispers began. What next? Human clones? The end of humanity? Moral collapse? The panic was so intense, it felt as if the heavens themselves would open with angry prophecies. Scientists were like, "We're just studying biology," while the public exclaimed, "You're playing God." It was from this moment that a truly loud and fierce battle began. Moral code versus genetic code. By the way, as we delve into these ethical dilemmas, if you're enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's really important for us to see that this topic resonates with you. And one more thing. From which city and time zone are you watching our lectures? Write in the comments, we'd love to know. Now, let's return to our sheep Dolly and how she opened Pandora's box, forcing us to truly ponder for the first time. Where is that red line that must not be crossed when it comes to our genetic essence? You know, every time we talk about breakthroughs in genetics, someone always utters the sacred phrase, "But it's all for the greater good." Yes, I agree. Gene therapy can save lives, predict diseases, prevent suffering. It's like finding a golden key to health and longevity. Wonderful, isn't it? No one disputes that. But this is precisely where the real battle begins. Moral code versus genetic code. Imagine, is this golden key worth breaking into our most intimate safe, our genetic essence? A skeptic will say, "Are you against progress? Against a cure for cancer?" Go on, tell that to a dying person. And I understand that argument. It's powerful. It tugs at the conscience. But what if this path is paved with good intentions, but leads straight to something not so good? You see, a noble goal, to cure diseases, prolong life, make humanity stronger, can be like a bright advertising banner, behind which lies a completely different landscape. A landscape where your DNA, stolen without your knowledge, is used for something that doesn't seem like a good thing at all. Where is that line? Thin ice, a tightrope walker over an abyss. Today, we use others' genetic data, taken without authorization, to find new treatments. Tomorrow, to optimize drug selection for a specific person. And the day after tomorrow? The day after tomorrow, it could turn into the creation of insurance policies based on your genetic predisposition to diseases, or a job rejection because your genetic passport shows a high risk of something in the future. Sounds like science fiction? But Dolly was science fiction just 30-something years ago. Listen, if we talk about the human soul, then its genetic code is almost its material embodiment. It's our most fundamental, most personal information. It's not just numbers in a computer. It's the predetermined path of our organism, our potentials, and our weaknesses. And this is where the question arises. Does anyone, even with the best intentions, have the right to invade this code without our full and informed consent? Can a piece of this soul be stolen for a great cause? But it's not stealing a soul, it's just information, someone will exclaim. And I'll say, what is information about you, if not your digital projection? If your bank account is your money and your personal data is your identity, then your DNA is all of you, in minute detail, from eye color to all possible diseases that might one day afflict you. It's not just a molecule. It's your biography for centuries to come and gone. It's at this point that moral principles and the potential of science clash head-on. On one side, unprecedented opportunities to improve humanity. On the other, the risk of completely devaluing personal freedom and inviolability. It's like giving humanity fire, but not explaining how to use it, and letting everyone swing a torch wherever they please. A great goal must have a great ethical foundation. Otherwise, it can turn into a catastrophe. For, as we know, not everything that can be done should be done. Let's start with an event that turned medicine upside down and stumped lawyers. Imagine, December 23rd, 1954, Peter Bent Brigham Hospital in Boston, an operating room. Doctors do the unthinkable. They perform the first successful kidney transplant from one human to another, a twin. It was a breakthrough, a revolution, a saving of lives previously unimaginable. But you know what's most interesting? While the surgeons performed a miracle, the lawyers were probably scratching their heads. No laws on organ donation, no consent protocols for such a massive intervention, no rules about who owed whom and how to protect the donor or recipient. There simply were no rules for this new world. Absolutely none. By the way, if you're already getting goosebumps from our stories and understand how important these topics are, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's very important for us to know you're with us. And tell us in the comments, which city and time zone are you watching our lectures from? We'd love to know the geography of our genetic journey. And while you're sharing, let's get back to our law of the jungle, which, unfortunately, still reigns in the world of genes. Just as medicine surged forward 54 years ago, while the law remained in the prehistoric era, something similar is happening now, but on a planetary scale and with your DNA. Imagine, scientists are like Formula One racers. They speed along the track of discoveries at light speed. But legislators, they're like driving an old tractor down a broken country road, trying to keep up with a race car. This isn't a metaphor, it's a harsh reality. You know what's most insane? While we're discussing ethics and privacy here, new genetic engineering technologies, like CRISPR, allow us to edit genes literally like text in a document. We can correct errors, insert new sentences, and soon perhaps even rewrite entire chapters in the book of life. And then you'll ask, but there are laws, right? I should be protected. And I'll tell you, you should be protected. But these laws were created in an era when the scariest thing that could happen to your medical record was someone peeking at it in the registry. Nobody could have imagined that your genetic code could be copied, analyzed, stored in a cloud repository somewhere on another continent. And sold. Yes, exactly. Sold. Our current legal frameworks are simply not equipped for this new reality. It's like trying to hammer a nail with a screwdriver. It's the wrong tool, and the result will be disastrous. There are no clear international norms, no unified standards for genetic data privacy. Often, there isn't even an understanding of who actually owns the information encoded in your cells. You? The scientist who obtained it? The government? The corporation that funded it? Questions, 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 and no answers at the legislative level. Imagine you're walking down the street and someone subtly takes your fingerprint and uses it for anything, and you don't even know it's happening. Scary? With DNA, it's even scarier. Because it's not just a fingerprint, it's an entire library of information about you. Lawyers? They're just starting to scratch their heads, trying to figure out how to even approach this tangled mess. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical giants are already actively collecting genetic data, and startups are offering you the chance to discover your predispositions to everything under the sun, from a love of coffee to the risk of a heart attack, and all of this in a legal vacuum. Or, as we've already said, in the world of genes, for now, the law of the jungle prevails. The strongest survive, or the cleverest, and you're simply unprotected, for now. Paris, late 19th century. Imagine you're apprehended, or just come to the attention of law enforcement, and instead of a regular protocol, they measure the length of your ear, the width of your head, the length of your middle finger, the distance between your pupils. Yes, exactly. This wasn't torture. It was Alphonse Bertillon's system, a revolutionary attempt to catalog criminals by their unique physical data. Each measurement was a line in your dossier, part of your bodily passport, collected, of course, without your consent for its further use beyond identification. No one then even imagined that this data, this unique physical fingerprint, could become a kind of currency. You just give, and someone takes and uses. Sound familiar, doesn't it? Hold on. Before we delve into how your DNA has transformed into the most expensive currency, do us a favor. If you like our narrative and want more captivating stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps us create new content. And one more question. From which city and time zone are you watching our lectures? Write in the comments, we'd love to know our geography. Now, let's get back to how your bodily passport became a commodity. Unlike Bertillon, today no one will measure you with a ruler. Everything happens much more subtly, more discreetly. We live in an era of invisible transactions, where your genes are the cryptocurrency of your identity, which you give away, sometimes without even thinking. How does this happen? It all starts with the mundane. A routine medical checkup. Or perhaps you decide to participate in some interesting scientific research. Noble, right? A contribution to science, to the future of humanity. You are given a stack of papers to sign. Consent for processing personal data. Consent for the use of biological material. In a long list of fine print, you skim, I allow my samples to be used for scientific purposes. Just a formality? That's what 99% of people think. You sign, and voila. Your genetic code, your unique biometric passport, which no one will measure but which holds all information about you, is no longer entirely yours. So what? Let them use it, if it's for science, for the greater good, a skeptic will say. And I'll ask, For whose science? And for whose benefit? Think about this, your bank account. You don't hand out PIN codes left and right, do you? You don't share your online banking password with the first person you meet? No, because money is valuable. You protect it. But your DNA? That's billions of dollars in potential drugs, insurance risks, predispositions, family secrets, future diseases. It's exponentially more valuable than the money in your account. And you've already given it away. Or perhaps you wanted to learn about your ancestry. Trendy, interesting. You ordered a DNA test from one of the many companies, sent in a saliva sample. A few weeks later, you got a pretty diagram with percentages. This much from Western Europe, this much from Scandinavia, a little from Neanderthals. Excitement. But what happened to your sample? What happened to your genetic code? The company that, for a modest fee, revealed your ancestral secrets, now possesses one of the most valuable resources on the planet. Your DNA. And the DNA of hundreds of thousands, millions of other people. It's not just a database, it's a gold mine. But they promised anonymity, you'll say. They did. But we've already discussed how easily even seemingly protected data can be de-anonymized. Imagine, you gave someone the key to your house with the promise they'd never use it. And then it turns out, the key fell into the hands of those who entered your life while you weren't looking and just took a peek around. Didn't take anything, just looked. For now, your DNA isn't just a set of letters A, T, G, C. It's your personal encyclopedia, the history of your family going back thousands of years, a prognosis for your future health, a predisposition to certain abilities, and you gave it away. Freely, with a light heart. Perhaps for an interesting story about your ancestors, or for participating in an important study. It's as if you traded a treasure for a shiny trinket. This is the most inconspicuous, yet most powerful transaction of the 21st century. You've already made it, and no matter who you are, a student, a retiree, or a successful entrepreneur, your genes have already become part of a huge genetic market, and their value grows with every second. And your signature on that piece of paper? It was just the payment. Imagine the early 20th century. Yesterday's ordinary citizen, accustomed to their identity being just a name on paper, suddenly encountered a previously unseen technology: fingerprints. Police began using these unique patterns on fingertips to identify criminals and then ordinary citizens. Suddenly, it turned out that each of us carries a unique biometric code that cannot be forged, cannot be hidden. Your fingers, your unique passport, which until that moment was invisible. It was a shock, a real paradigm shift. The world suddenly understood that our physical essence holds far more information than we could imagine. And, you know, that shock was just a prelude to what's happening now with your DNA. Listen, if you enjoy these incredible stories and want us to continue uncovering the most intriguing mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support is our main motivation. And by the way, we're very curious. Which city and time zone are you watching our lectures from? Write in the comments, we'd love to know. And now, let's return to our genetic future, which is already here. A future where your genes aren't just a set of instructions inside your cells. They are the new oil, the new currency, and the most tempting bait for those who want to profit from your uniqueness. Remember how we talked about DNA theft? Now it's not just a scare tactic, it's a fact. Your genetic code, your digital footprint in biological reality, is now in the crosshairs. And the most important thing you can do is wake up. Realize. Start acting. Come on, who needs my genes? A skeptic will ask, sipping coffee. Who? Everyone. Pharmaceutical giants who want to create personalized medicines, but they need your blueprint. Insurance companies who benefit from knowing if you have a predisposition to certain diseases, to raise rates or deny coverage in advance. Marketers who want to sell you products perfectly suited to your unique metabolism. And even governments who might want to know everything about their citizens. Your DNA is your body's operating system, and someone really wants administrative access to it. So what to do? How to protect your most intimate code from prying eyes? First and foremost, education. You know what they say about computer viruses? The best defense is not clicking on suspicious links. With genes, it's almost the same. Before sending your saliva for another fun ancestry test that promises to tell you you're a quarter Viking and a third Neanderthal, read the fine print. Carefully, very carefully. Where will your data go? Will it be anonymized? Who will have access to it? Remember, when the product is free, you are the product. And in the case of DNA, you are the most valuable commodity. Second, vigilance in medical institutions. Yes, doctors save lives, and science drives us forward. But don't hesitate to ask questions about where your samples are going if they're requested for research. Demand full information about consent for the use of your biological materials. It's your fortress, and only you should hold the key. Third, advocate for legislative changes. While laws lag behind progress, we, ordinary citizens, remain defenseless. Your activism, your voice, can change the situation. Demand genetic privacy just as we demand digital privacy. Understand that the future we're talking about isn't a distant prospect. It's already knocking at your door. It's looking at your hair, left on a pillow, at your coffee cup in a cafe, at your saliva in a test tube. It's everywhere. Your DNA isn't just a set of letters A, T, G, C. It's your story, your potential, your diseases, and your talents. It's your entire life, recorded in microscopic spirals. And if you don't protect it, someone else will very soon start writing your story for you. Wake up. The future is here. And your genes are the only thing that truly belongs to you. Don't give them away for nothing.